Good morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I wanted to hop on here real quick and give you a little tip. So in my life, I have noticed that if I don't spend time doing certain things on a daily basis, they build up. Like if you, for instance, did not brush your teeth every single day, over time, it would build up, right? It's not going to affect you like after one day, maybe 2 or 3 or 4, right? Eventually, you are going to get a buildup and you are going to have problems and cavities and root canals and all kinds of stuff that is way more expensive. Same thing with showering. Like you might be able to go up to like, a day, 2, or a week. You might go a long time, but after a certain amount of time, that dirt and that bacteria is all going to start to form and it is just going to wreak havoc on your body. So what's so funny to me is that people think that they can get away with not doing this work and still have an emotional peaceful serenity. And then they end up having to, clean up these really big explosions and really big messes because they have not cleaned their emotional dirt. All right. So I want to teach you a tool that I am personally doing this week because I have mentors. I pay for them because they matter to me, because I know that without having somebody to be accountable for and someone who can see like what I cannot see, I don't progress. And so for me, that's a really important thing. Of course, I'm going to like check in every day with God and I'm going to pray and I'm going to do all those things. But sometimes we need a physical person that we can touch, talk, or, sing to, not really sing to, who can help us see what the unseen dirt is in our lives. Okay. So this is what I'm doing for you. And I know it seemed a little harsh to be like, if you say, I just don't have time for that, you're lying to yourself, because you are. Because if it matters to you, you will do it. Period. If it matters to you, you'll do it. So if you want a better relationship, you want better health, you want better fitness, you want better finances, you want better anything, you have to be willing to do the work. That's just how it goes, right? And we get that with so many things. But with emotional balance, we just want someone to be like, oh, here, emotional peace and bliss and joy. Ain't gonna happen. Like that has to be created. It is something that has to be moved through, processed, and worked on. And so for everyone who is doing my 4-week course right now, it's kind of like, it is so rewarding. And yet there is a lot of work and there's stirring up that's involved. And I'm actually starting a new course, same course, June 8th. So if you want to jump into that, let me know, because I will be starting that on Mondays at 10:30. Anyway, so here's the tool. It's called a write and burn. And with the write and burn, I'm doing this every single day. And what this does is it trains my energy on how to be released. So when I have the trigger of an emotion of anger or fear or disgust or whatever, if it's with my body or my mind or my house or money or spouse or kids, whatever it is, I am then saying, look, this is my emotion. I am the person who is experiencing this emotion. It is not up to my husband to change. It is not up to my children to change. It is not up to my house or anybody else to change anything. I get to be the one who looks at it and changes it, which can also be exciting because that means that you actually have the ability to do something, right? So with the write and burn, every time I am triggered, I grab my journal, which is super cute, and I write whatever I need to write and just vomit it out and get it out on paper. And then I crumble it up like this. And I did light it on the stove yesterday. Not a good idea, because then everyone's like, oh my gosh, the house is on fire. So don't do that. I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to light it. I'm going to hold it with some tongs so it burns all the way down. And I'm going to watch the words on this paper that I just wrote out here, all of my angry junk. And I'm going to do that outside and watch it just disintegrate before my eyes. And how that helps me is then my body starts to recognize like, hey, I have an outlet now. When I have things that come up to be processed, I'm being allowed to process them instead of storing them, which is what I was doing, which is why I gained some weight in the last little bit, is because I was like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm going to eat it instead. Everyone has their thing, right? So this is a much more healthy way of utilizing this tool. So the write and burn might take you some time. This maybe took 5 minutes. You guys, if you don't have 5 minutes to process your emotions, oh, that's FedEx. I don't need to answer that. If you don't have 5 minutes to process your emotions, then you got to reevaluate. because you do have that time. You do have that time. You do. And if you want to have that experience of being released and like that heavy-heartedness and the anger and all of the things that try to be covered up, like you gotta do that stuff, right? And I'm just really passionate about it today because I realize how often we go to different sources and also make other people in charge of our emotions. Like, well, if he didn't do this or she didn't do this or say this, it has nothing to do with them. It doesn't. Like, it's all up to us to do the work. And then as you change the things as you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And I love, who said that? Wayne Dyer said that. Love it, love it, love it. So again, this trains my energy to know I am going in here when it is not needed anymore. So if I need to process something, I put it on paper, I burn it, or you can rip it up if you're not in a place where you could burn it, but really tiny, and then get it out and do it as many times as you need. It's simple, it's quick, it's easy. You don't have to know how to tap. Now, actually, after I did this, I actually did go through a round of tapping because I wanted to release any of that energetic yuck that was still stuck in there from my body systems. So I utilized those meridian points as the, acupuncture, well, like that psychological acupuncture is kind of what they call EFT now. And I utilized that to release that using the script that I got from Carol Tuttle's book. So you will learn all of these things in my course if you decide to join, and more. And it is so valuable because the thing is otherwise it is just your life on repeat, but it keeps getting more spiraled down. So I want to help you. I'm so excited for this, this next course because I'm getting some really good feedback that people are really, really understanding how much power they have within them to help clean up these toxic emotions. So have a great day. Go try this next time you get triggered, or just do it now. Make yourself a list. That's what she had me do. She had me write a list of all the things that were bothering me. That way, if I'm ever like in a spot, just write them all down, and then I can just write them and just do it every day. All right. See you guys. Bye.